Hello, I'm Camila Durand, and welcome to another episode of Sit Downs with City Lifestyle Vegas Edition. And today I have a very special guest, Kim Wicklund from Premier Audio Video Integration. Yes, thank you. And it's a very unique area that you're specializing in. And tell us how long you've been in this business, what got you started, and what made you so successful, because you are the best in class here in audio video integration here in Vegas. So tell us a little bit about your story.
Well, I kind of came into this by accident while I was still going to college at UNLV. I got a part-time job with at that time, stereo store, high-end stereo store here in town, and ran the back end of that office for quite some time, 15 years actually. Well, I also had a family business that we ran, so I got to see kind of the backside of it. I also got to deal with a lot of clients and see the technology. At that time, we were just breaking into doing projection systems in homes, and we did really cool stereo systems. We didn't have surround sound. We didn't have automation like we do now, and I had an opportunity after I graduated from college to dabble in my degree, which was accounting, and realized that I am not made to sit behind a desk and stare at a computer. So that kind of spurred me into looking into opening my own company. The gentleman that I worked for at the time was wanting to retire. And, there was sometimes when you buy a company, there's baggage that goes along with it. I decided just to open my own, get a good fresh start. And, so we started in 1998. I actually started working in the industry in 84, so it was a long time ago.
And are you a Vegas local then?
I am.
Oh, wow. Born and raised.
Not born and raised. I was born in Colorado.
Okay.
We moved here when I was really young, so I don't know anywhere else.
Okay.
I went to UNR for college for a couple of years, but ended up moving back to Vegas to graduate because I like to ski a lot, and that was definitely getting in the way. So anyway, I ended up back here, and that's how I fell into the position with the stereo store. And so we opened in 98. Our first location was 3,000 square feet, right down the street from Best in the West Shopping Center. And within a year and a half, we outgrew the space. We got really busy really fast. And my current husband came on board to help me because we were so new. I didn't have people working for me at the time that I could trust with the financials and all the other stuff that needed to get done without someone being there. So he came on board, and we blinked, and 15 years later, it wasn't his dream job, and so now he's off doing real estate, which he really loves and he's great at. And we've morphed from a stereo store that sold TVs to an automation company. We take a whole home approach. When people get home from work, they want it easy. Yeah. They want to be able to either listen to music or watch TV or do whatever it is they want to do. They want to set the scene. Right. So lighting control is a big part of what we do. That's kind of the new horizon in our industry is lighting systems.
Yeah, I met the other day, like several months ago, an architect that specializes in lighting.
Yes.
She studies the circadian rhythm and people's time and lifestyle, and so tell us about that trend.
It's a big deal. Actually, I was in Dallas last month in June for the lighting show that they had there, and what we do is, depending on the project, sometimes we're not doing full lighting design. We're replacing fixtures with fixtures that are controllable.
Oh, okay.
They're still in the same location, but they can be adjusted for intensity and color temperature and the circadian rhythm that you mentioned. We can set a whole house to mimic the daylight. So in the morning, it begins with kind of that warm glow. It intensifies around midday and then starts to settle down toward the end of the day.
How interesting.
It's really fascinating. And there are many studies out there showing that for people with autism and Alzheimer's, any kind of brain injuries, things like that, it helps them because their body clock is operating according to where it should. And if you've ever been able to experience a showroom where they have lighting set up this way, where you're bringing the outside in, so even though it's broad daylight and your windows are open, you still have lights on in the room to create that color temperature and the experience of being outside. So
interesting. It's so fascinating,
it's really
isn't
fascinating. And the one of the real benefits of lighting design is that the room is lit, it's lit well, but you don't know where the light source is. It doesn't. It's not obvious to you that there's a light up there shining down on me.
Oh, really? So you kind of like mix it with, not mix it, but blend it like in the walls?
We call it layers of light. So you'll have a combination of indirect lighting, which can be cove lights. You can have little tiny, we have half-inch recessed can lights that will light a space. You have lamps, you have all kinds of different things. You can use color, so we can integrate RGB and color into the scene.
Like
so it really just depends.
Chromotherapy?
Something like that. Yeah, it's really unlimited. And if you have the lighting in combination with music and whatever other experience you like to have in your home, outdoor entertainment is huge too, and we can do the lighting outside.
Really? Tell us a little about that, because when you go outside, and I understand that at night, but
It's
during
for
the
night.
day. Oh, for night.
Yeah,
okay.
you don't use it
because I'm
during
like,
the day.
wait.
Yeah, no, just at night, just at night. But it can create, it can create areas in your backyard, around a cabana or a pool area or a fire pit or whatever it is you want. So, and all of that can be programmed into an automation system that will create these scenes for you throughout the day.
That's amazing, Kim.
And part of it also that can be done, and this has been it's been available for a long time. People just don't know about it. It's a vacation mode. So these automation systems can record your activities.
Okay.
And not in a creepy way, but they'll record your activities so that when you go on vacation, you set your system to vacation mode, and now your home looks like someone's living in it.
Oh,
So,
okay.
yeah,
Interesting.
because sometimes, we do a lot of surveillance cameras, and there's a lot of systems out there that they're not, I don't want to say not safe, but they're much easier.
Not as reliable?
They can be hacked into.
Okay.
People can get into them. And the most common response I get to that from clients is, well, it's okay, it's the outside of my house, which is true. It is the outside of your house, but this is the new method for casing a house to understand your habits.
Yeah.
When you come and go, when you're gone for a certain period of time, it means you're traveling.
Right.
Those kinds of things. So people do, bad people do bad things.
They find opportunities anywhere. Yeah.
And there's nothing we can do to prevent it, but we try to make it at least less attractive so they'll move on to the next. But yeah, and that's another part that can integrate into things as well, where you can have notifications if something breaks a perimeter, and you're on vacation. It'll notify you. You can pull up cameras, see what's been happening, know if you should call your neighbor to go check on it. So it's pretty much anything to do with entertainment, environment, any of that kind of stuff it's all become our umbrella now.
And so you started with a store that sold TVs, right?
Yeah, and we didn't sell very many. We probably sold, maybe one TV every 2 or 3 months.
Oh, really?
And we'd have to go down the street to Ultimate Electronics to get it.
You're kidding me.
No.
That's funny.
Yeah, it is funny.
And so how did you transfer or migrate to this home automation system? What was your first service/product from the TV sales?
Well, it started with what people used to call the universal remote.
Oh, okay.
You'd have a universal remote, so you'd have one remote that could do all kinds of things. And back in the day, there was something made by Philips, and it was giant.
Everything was giant back then, yeah.
It was this big, heavy thing, and it had a touch screen on it, and you could use it to control your TV and your music. And it was archaic. It was ungodly hard to program, confusing for people to use. It was unreliable. They just, compared to what we have now, they were just awful.
Yeah.
But that was kind of the beginning of it. And then slowly, there were companies that were in existence, like Crestron is one of them, the primary companies that was around back then. And they were really one of the only ones, besides Elan was another brand, that did any kind of real automation. And they didn't do lighting, nothing to do with lighting. It was strictly AV, and, that was it. And so actually we were a Crestron dealer. We became a Crestron dealer when, we started seeing the trends. And I go to different shows all the time, like the lighting show.
I was going to ask you, how do you keep up to date with all the trends and what's going on, what's new in the market? Because that's where you get the ideas of where to go next, right?
Right.
Or what to integrate into your business.
So, that was focused on lighting. In September, we have a trade show. This year it's in Denver. And it's for an organization. It's our trade organization, and we go to that every year. This year, my design engineer and project manager are going to be going to that to bring back. We kind of go with the mission. Here's the things that we're hearing clients asking about.
Oh, okay.
And so how do we do it? People will come to us and go, what if I could do this?
Okay.
And I've got some people on staff that love to figure out the what if.
I love that.
They love to just kind of drill down, find the products. We bring them in, we test them, as best you can. Sometimes real world experience is different than anything you could ever test in a showroom.
Yeah.
But after 12 years at our first location, we moved into a new building that we're in now and have been there since 2010.
And it's gorgeous. Like you have actual
nice
spaces where clients can come and experience what they could have in their home.
Right. Yeah, that's the goal there. You can't have people understand what their home is going to be like just by showing them pictures of things. They need to pick it up and make sure it makes sense for them.
Yeah.
Because the last thing I want to do is convince somebody that this is the right thing to do because I think it's right for me when it might not be right for them. So the best test of that is to come in and try different systems, different experiences, and that way people can make highly educated decisions about their properties because, the stuff is not inexpensive.
Right. It's not.
So, and, because of the advent of technology and automation and all of these things that we do now, we have also it's probably 6 or 7 years ago, we put together a team for 24/7 support.
Okay.
Because when you have these kinds of systems, there's a lot of things that need to be maintained. They are tied to networks, and networks can fail.
For sure.
Cox drops out all the time.
All the time,
So,
yes.
There's all kinds of things that could happen. It could just be you want some changes even. But we have a 24/7 number that you can call. We also have technicians on call that can roll a truck anytime you need it. So that was something we put together because, that was sort of the next thing that we were seeing is you've got, if you're going to put these kind of complicated things in, people have to feel comfortable that they're going to get support and response in a timely manner.
For sure.
So we put that together a while back, and that's been really successful. We have a great team on the phones, and the technicians that roll out, if necessary, are, they're ready to go and handle whatever needs handling.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And you've mentioned some brands that you started working or some other competitors in the past. And just talking to you for a little bit, I can see that you have what is called the Infinite Mindset. Have you ever read that book?
I don't know if I have.
Simon
I think
Sinek.
Oh, yeah, I do know that.
So he describes this mindset as someone that's always looking for ways to evolve and keep up with the market, the trends, people's wants and needs.
Yeah.
And you've managed to then kind of keep going as the competition dropped, and you're a woman-owned business, right? That's super impressive, and I commend you for all of that.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it's. I always joke the first trade show I went to. When I was at the cocktail party, they all thought I was the waitress.
Really? Really?
I'm not kidding. A couple people actually did come up to me and say,
wow.
Can I order a drink?
Sure, go over there.
Sure. I took their orders.
Oh,
they just never showed up. So
that's a great sense of humor right there.
But it's I struggle with the it being a different thing. I don't think it matters, man, woman, or whatever.
Right. Mm-hmm.
You do what you do, and you do it the best you can. And if other people put that color on it, that's fine.
On them, and that's on them.
It doesn't hurt my feelings or any of that, and I don't need any extra legs up. But in this industry, you grow or die, and it's probably a little bit more dramatic than some other industries, just because of the technology side of it.
Yeah.
If you think about how many new cell phones have you had in 5 years,
right. That's super true.
Yeah, our technology changes at least that fast.
Yeah. Do you do anything with virtual reality?
We haven't done much with that. That's focused more with gamers, and it kind of takes a lot of what we do out of the mix. There's really, nothing that's come up yet that I've seen where it would integrate into what we do well.
Because one of, Inspired Closets, they came up with a program in virtual reality where their clients can walk in the closet after it's been designed, right? So because you have a brick and mortar, and you have rooms that show people what they can have in their homes. I don't know if if they want something different and you don't have it there in your brick and mortar, if you could
actually design. We do. We're also a member of a buying group.
Okay.
And at our buyers group, buying group. So I believe I want to say 300 dealers like mine across the country, and we band together to negotiate deals with Sony and Samsung and LG and all the big
names,
behemoth companies that if I went to them myself, I'd get nowhere.
You get crushed.
Yeah. So anyway, that's what our buying group. Actually, they do a ton more than just that. Lots of training and just exposure to all different kinds of things that are up and coming as well. I forgot where I was going with that.
Because we were talking about virtual reality.
Oh, yes. So when I was at our last meeting, they had a gentleman there who puts together, it's a 360 showroom. So it's a showroom they do come out to your place, and they record your actual showroom. Okay. So that people who can't come in, or like you said, if we wanted to replace one function with another, we have the ability to do that kind of thing. So we've got that in the works for an experience with the showroom. But most people like to come in and see it and touch it and feel it and hear it. I mean, there's nothing like sitting in that theater and watching the scene of, a movie that just shakes the room. Yeah. So or listening to some music. I have a lot of clients that are really big music fans, music listeners, and to listen to a concert in there a concert video.
It must be an amazing experience.
Really fun.
Yeah,
really fun. I go in there sometimes when it's been a long day.
Nice.
So we try to keep in touch with the things that people are looking for and wanting. Voice automation, with Alexa became a thing. We actually did our first voice automation system for a client, and I want to say it was in 2001 or 2.
Wow.
Something like that.
Long before, yeah.
Yeah, it was for a gentleman that was wheelchair bound and just wanted the ability to turn on some lights, and he could control his chair with his head without help. But otherwise,
so he was totally paralyzed.
Yeah, otherwise, he had to have someone with him all the time, and so the ability to roll his chair into a room, turn on a light, turn on the TV, change the channel, just basic stuff.
Wow, that's life-changing.
It really was.
I got goosebumps now. Because we never think about the use for the people that have these issues.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
So it was something, back then nobody had heard about that.
I had never heard about that today in 2025.
Yeah, there were systems like that back then, very much more expensive and cumbersome and limited than what we have now. Alexa has taught us that we can do these kinds of things. We always tell clients we use a closed platform system when we do these called Josh AI, but voice automation has limitations. Such as your voice. They do learn over time. It learns how you speak, but certain accents it has trouble with.
No kidding.
Words.
That's me. Because, I'm Portuguese is kind of my first language, kind of not.
Yeah.
And depending on my mood, if I'm anxious or in a hurry, then my words come out with the accent.
Right.
And what I hear back from Siri is like, I never said that,
Yeah,
it's like, where did you get this from?
It's a fun toy, and we always tell people when we put it in, it's something fun, but realize that there will be times when it's just not going to do what you wanted it to do.
It's still a machine, right?
Even though it did it yesterday.
Yeah.
So it could be an echo in a room, so it doesn't understand you quite right. There's all different kinds of things. They're tremendously better than they used to be, and it's probably not too far off from when it'll be something a lot more reliable. We're just not there yet. So fun toy for now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So speaking of we're not there yet, what trends do you see moving forward in your industry?
Right now, what we're seeing a lot of is invisible. So we work with a lot of designers, and they spend all this time and effort creating this beautiful wall color and wallpaper and all these different things that they do. And so invisible speakers they're built into the wall. You don't know they're there. You can't cover it. You can't hang a picture over the top of it, but they're not.
You just see the wall. You don't see the speaker.
It looks just like the wall.
Wow.
We have them in our showroom. We have a little logo right underneath where they are.
I remember.
And it's always fun to watch people, we have them on and they're kind of looking around and where's that coming from? And, and then they start zoning in on the wall and figure out that's what it is. You put your hand on the wall and you can feel it vibrate.
Yeah.
So it's that's kind of a big thing. Just trying to hide things. Like I said, with the lighting, you want it to light the room but not know it's there, not know where the source came from. Subwoofers, everybody hates subwoofers. It's a big black box. It sits in the floor somewhere. It's got to be out in the open. So we do a lot of in-wall subwoofers as well. There's lots of different ways to hide those. So we work really hard with our designers to try and keep the integrity of their work, because the visual aspect of the room is the first thing someone experiences.
Totally.
Our stuff, the music playing or the lighting or whatever, it's there, but the idea is that you don't know it's there. And the control of it is easy enough that you're not going, oh God, what button do I push? Why didn't it come on? Why is that on and not that?
Yeah.
So it's, we work really hard to make sure that experience is is seamless for you.
Mm-hmm.
So the last thing you want to do when you come home is struggle. You don't want to hear bad quality. You don't want to have difficulty controlling it. You just don't want to struggle with it.
Yeah.
Our clients, they work really hard. And when they do come home, it's,
relaxation.
It's important.
Yeah,
it's important to create a nice environment. And with our systems, it can know. If you're habitual, it knows you're home at 5:30 every day. It can be set at 5:25 to turn things on, lights, whatever you choose.
And welcome you home with open arms, yeah?
Yeah, so
very nice.
All kinds of things like that is
Very
really,
nice.
it's the lighting side of it is like I said, the next horizon in our business is integrating that into the experiences that we create and just making things disappear.
I love how passionate you are about your business.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I play with toys all day.
I love that.
Yeah,
I love
play
that.
with toys all day. We get to experience all kinds of new, cool stuff. And, it's pretty endless.
Yeah.
It's pretty endless.
And so just to finish up our conversation today, because you're going to be back again, tell us then a little, so you do the home theater, the integration, audio, video, you said you do alarms.
Yeah, we do
surveillance
security
cameras.
systems.
So tell us a little about, give us everything that you do.
So it's a laundry list. We are a licensed contractor, so we work in new construction, mostly custom homes. We don't do track builds until you own it. We can come in after the fact. A lot of people don't realize when you buy a track home that's pre-wired, you don't have to do what the builder wants you to do. You can go seek out other options. So we do that sometimes, but new construction, retrofit is a big thing. There's a lot of people that, because of the real estate market, aren't selling because they don't want to buy at the higher rates. So they're doing a lot of renovations, remodeling, and so we do that. So we're updating up in Red Rock Country Club. We've done a ton of homes up there, just updating them. They were built when you didn't have all that stuff. So we'll do that. We do custom home theaters, distributed audio, so music throughout the house, outside, outdoor entertainment, so outdoor theater where you have projection system or TV with an outdoor TV. And you can watch movies out by your poolside. The outdoor entertainment gets really big around hockey season. People love that.
Which is almost the entire year, right?
Yeah, it is a long season.
Yeah.
I never watched hockey till they came here.
Yeah.
And it was like, wow, that's a lot of games.
Yeah.
So we do that. Distributed video, so you can have a centralized location in your house where everything lives, your cable box, your Apple TVs, whatever it is you have for your video, and it's distributed out from there. So visually in each room, you have a TV that you can see and maybe some speakers, but that's all. You don't see a cabinet with a bunch of stuff in it. So it keeps things clean. Lighting control we talked about. So in some larger homes, even mid-size homes, you'll have a wall switch that's got 4 different switches on it, or 5. I've even seen as many as 6.
Wow.
And if you design it right in construction, you can eliminate that bank of switches into a single keypad or touch panel.
Which is much more elegant.
It is, yeah. We call it wall clutter.
For
wall
sure.
acne is kind of...
Wall acne?
Yeah, wall acne, that's what designers like to call it. So we do that. We do thermostats that are hidden. We do little sensors in a room that blend into the walls, so you don't even know it.
Thermostat too. Wow.
Yep, so the thermostats can all be mounted in where the equipment rack is. And same thing, they can be automated. You can access them from an app on your phone, from a wall tablet, from voice automation, all kinds of things like that.
Amazing.
Security cameras, alarm systems, gate and door controls, fireplace controls, pool equipment. I mean,
you name it.
Yeah, it is.
It is really a laundry list.
We've boiled it down, which is even pretty limited to saving the world from bad AV.
Oh, I love that. I love that.
I thought about getting a mascot with a cape and.
You should. I love that. Maybe we should put that on your next.
Somebody,
Yeah.
actually, my design engineer sent me one that he had AI make, which I thought was pretty funny.
I want to see that.
Yeah, it is pretty funny. So
tell people how they can find you. What's the best way to find you? What's your location, physical location?
So our showroom is located on Fort Apache between Sunset and Russell, and we're open Monday through Friday there. We do Saturdays by appointment. I actually have someone coming in tomorrow. And you can find us there. You can give us a call, 702-877-0222. You can go to our website, premierlv.com, and look there. We've got all kinds of stuff on our website. See one of our vans. Actually, a client we're working on right now, she followed one of our vans around her neighborhood.
You're kidding.
So she could get a card from my technician. I thought it was funny.
That's awesome.
So, yeah, but we've been in that location. It's a 6,000 square foot showroom. We've got all kinds of fun stuff to experience.
Yeah. Well, what an honor. I told you guys it's going to be a very special interview. Wow. I love doing these because I learned so much.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
It's fun. It's fun. We do an annual open house, too. We do once a year, usually around March, where we open everything up, catered, drinks, fun.
Awesome.
So,
I'm there next year for sure.
Yep. So we'll have that coming up, 6 months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're still preparing.
Yeah, so this has been a lot of fun. I really appreciate it.
Very good. Thank you so much for being here, Kim.
All right. Thank you.
And thank you so much for watching. Please like, share, subscribe to our episodes and our channels. And if you have a question or if you'd like to learn about a topic, please let us know and we'll bring it to you. Thanks so much.